Very good morning, very good afternoon, students. Today we will start with the financial derivatives, another important chapter of the another important chapter of the subject, financial derivatives. The chapter will be future market. So we will start with the topic of forward market first, and then according to the syllabus we will move forward. So now I'm going to record a lecture and share some of the presentation with you so that it will be very easy for you to understood what is the forward market, what is the concept of forward market, how the trading is done in the forward market, and how we can take the benefit of using the various concepts which are given under the forward market terminologies, which can help the consumer in dealing with the foreign exchange rates, how to cover the risk in the foreign exchange rate. Because while we are making or doing a trading in the foreign exchange rate, there are various types of risk attached to the particular foreign currency. So there are the various concepts we will going to discuss in this. In this, we will discuss about the forward market, the concept of forward market, long position, short position in the forward market, as well as the arbitrager, one step arbitrager, two step arbitrager, triangle arbitrager, and interest rate futures, currency rate futures. All the futures and forwards will be discussed in this particular chapter. So let's start with the main topic, which will be more beneficial for you. So let's start the presentation. So the forward market. So as we are already discussing the concept of that is a contract under the contract act, that in the business law, that the contract may be a future, it may be a forward. So the it is again in the forward market, it is the one type of contract which has been done for some upcoming date, or the contract, it is just a dealing between the two person to have a contract on some future date. Fine. So the forward contract means it is the contract which has been done, and the fulfillment of that contract is to be done on some future date. So when this is just a simple an example, this is just a single simple example of the forward contract. So to execute this contract, there is the full-fledged well established market which allow the investors from the various fields and from the various countries to come together on a common platform, and they can do a trading. Let's take an example of three countries, that there are three countries, for example, India, Japan, and USA. So let's assume that the take an example of the currency rate forward market. So in that, for example, in India, $1 is equals to approximately 74 rupees per dollar, and in Japan, it is the $1 is equals to, just take an example, it is according let it be the 240 yen, and in India, the dollar rate is 74, whereas in India the rate of yen is around 250. Now if the arbitrager want to take the benefit of this, what he will do, he will buy the currency from one country and sell it in another country. So, and to cover the risk, he will enter in the forward market and he will make the forward contract. So let's start with the topic. So in the forward market, there are the various terms which are mainly used in this. So the terms are, let's start one by one with the terms. First is the forward rate. So the forward rate is the rate which is derived under the financial derivatives, that at what rate the contract is to be fulfilled, and if the rate is favorable or the rate is not favorable. So if the rate is favorable, then the person will enter into the contract, and if the rate is not favorable, then the person will not enter into the contract. It depends that uh, is the spot price or the forward rate of the particular instrument, that is the financial instrument, is there or not. So generally, if we are discussing about the financial derivative, a derivative term means when the value of the asset is derived by the underlying asset. Now for example, if we are taking just take an example of currency futures. Now in the currency futures, if we are discussing about the US dollars and the INR, that is Indian National Rupee. So in this, the rate will be of the underlying assets. Now, underlying assets is that is US dollar and Indian national rupees. So these are two type of derivatives. One is US dollar derivative, another is the Indian currency INR, this is Indian national rupee derivative. So first is the forward rate. We will discuss in detail that how the forward rate is calculated, on which the forward under the forward market in which the forward contract is made. Second, long and short forward position. Now here, long forward position means when we buy something at lower price and sell something at the higher price. So in this, the difference between the higher price and the lower price, buying at lower price and selling at higher price, is the benefit of the investors under the forward market. Now next, forward premium and discounts. Again, when we enter the forward market, there are the terms of premium and discount, because some will buy something at premium and sell at par, or he will buy something at discount and sell at par, or he can buy something at premium, buy something at discount and sell it at premium. So it depends. So premium is while selling some, while we are selling some assets of for more than the value, what is its instruction in is the fair value of that particular asset. For example, if $1 is equals to 75 rupees, and we sell that $1 at 76 rupees to someone in the forward market, it means that we are selling that at the premium. And if we are, if for example, if we are if the dollar is available at the 75 and we are buying it at the 73 on some future date, although the risk is involved in that, because at that date the rate may fall more than the rate you have expected, but it means that buying in the forward market at the discount. Now arbitrage means the person who takes the difference between the prices of two markets. As I have already given the example, that for example, if in India, if we are taking about the three countries, if in India the $1 is equals to 75 rupees, in Japan a $1 is equals to 240 yen, and the in India, so one INR is equals to 60 Japanese yen. So when we convert this currency, there may be the price rate differences, because you may be getting a dollar at the higher rate in the Japan, and in India, the Japanese yen is available at the lower rate. So you can buy one currency for the another. So, and when we buy one currency in the one market and sell that currency in the another market, or any financial instrument, when you buy from the one market and sell on the another market, the person who makes the advantages by doing such activities is known as the arbitrage, and the process of buying at one market and selling at another market is known as the arbitraging. Now, hedging and speculation. Now, these are two terms which mean something different. Now, hedging means to hedge the loss. Now, if we are simply discussing about the meaning of hedge, so hedge means when we cover the loss, when we try to minimize the loss, or when we we hedge our funds or our investment, that after this we the loss should not be there. For example, you have uh, set a trigger that if the price of particular instrument falls below this, the trigger will automatically fire, and you will get your securities assumed to be sell at the particular amount. So this means that you have done hedging, you have hedged your loss, because you have set the trigger according to the your risk bearing capacity. If your risk bearing capacity is less, you will set the trigger at lower, and if your risk bearing capacity is very high, you will set the trigger at there as easy or as per your risk involved. uh, Now moving to the next point, a speculation. A simple meaning of speculation means when we speculate on something. Speculate in the speculation, there is a higher risk and higher return. So there are some different terminologies, which means first is the investment. In investment is always done from the saving. Second, your speculation. A speculation can be done from the saving as well as from the borrowed fund. And last is the gambling, and gambling is totally done by the borrowed fund. It is never done from the saving of the person, and it is done by, again, these are done by the traders. Investment is done by the simple investment or any other person, whereas if the person is trader, he will do the hedging, arbitraging, speculation, gambling, all these things under the stock market, as we know that this is allowed under this future and forward market as well as in the stock exchange in India. So the person can do any of these activities. Now starting with the first, that is the forward rate. Now what is the meaning of forward rate? Now starting with this, forward rate is the rate quoted by the foreign traders for the purchase or sale of the foreign currency in India. So it is the quotes, rate quotes. अब quotes क्या होता है कि जब आपने कोई quotations कि at what rate in future market the currency will be traded, at what rate. For example, if we are discussing about the 3 month forward contract, that after 3 months what should be the rate at which this currency will buy, the buyers can buy this currency, and at what rate the seller can sell this currency. So it is the rate quotes, the forward rate. Again, the forward rate is an interest rate applicable to the financial transaction that will took place in the future. So it may also be, we can also say that it is the interest rate applicable to the financial transaction which will take place in some future. Again, forward rates can be calculated from the spot rate. Now, there are two different things. A forward rate, the rate of some future upcoming time, and spot rate means the rate of the particular institution in current scenario or on the present day. So it is known as the spot rate, and are adjusted for the cost of carry to determine the future interest rate. Now, CC cost, it is the cost of carrying the particular document. If you are carrying the document for 3 months, so you must have to determine the future interest rate, that what is the cost you have to bear for that. Next, that equates the total return of a long-term investment with the strategy of rolling over the short-term investment. So now जो आपका interest rate होगा, that will cover the total return on long-term investment, because if you have done the transaction today according to the time value of money, the money received today is having the more value than the money received after some time. So if you are make an investment today and you have sold that investment in short time, so you will not have to bear the carrying cost of interest. So when we are discussing about the forward rate, and in that the rate of interest is involved, that what should be the rate of interest that the person has to bear, and after that what should be the return. So the return will be your interest rate plus your appreciation in the value of that particular document under the forward rate. Now moving to the next uh, slide, that is long position. A long position, as we have already discussed, that what is the meaning of long position. Long position means when we buy some security or stock or commodity or currency with the expectation that the price of assets will rise in future, as shown in this diagram. So person will buy low and sell at high under the long position. So if the person has taken the long position in the forward market, he will always try to buy the securities when the price is low, and he will sell the securities when the price is high. So with the position investment, the investor purchases the assets and owes it with the expectation that the price is going to rise. तो अगर आपने ऐसे किसी forward contract के अंदर if you have entered, it means that you are expecting that the price of the particular commodity will raise in some span of time or in some future date. So you will hold that security till the expected price you want has attained in the market, and you will sell your particular security at the expected price in the market when and at what time the expected price has been achieved. Now next, moving to the next slide, that is short position. Now short position is totally different than the long position in the forward market. Now what is the short position in this? The person sells the security. For example, you have sold the security today at, and the seller is having the, and the investor is having the uh, assumption that the price of particular security will fall on some upcoming date. So he thinks that this is the higher price that he can get, and now this, but the price of particular commodity or investment will not go beyond this price. So this is the maximum price that any person can get. So here what he will do, he will sell the security and buy when the price is lower. For let's take an example, if there is an investor who has bought a stock of a particular company at rupees 100 per share, and he knows that this is the maximum price according to the last 5 year trend that the person can attain. Now the security can give the return at this rate, this is the higher. So there is no option then he can buy and sell it at a more higher price. So what he will do the inverse step. He will sell the securities when the price is high in the stock market. Now he will wait for the price to decline. Now, as we know that this is all-time high, and he knows that according to the trend or according to the technical analysis, that the price will not go beyond this. So he will sell his or her security at this point, and he will wait for the price to fall. Now, till what we should wait? We should wait for the price until it becomes near to or it has touches the all-time low, fine, or the expected price of the investor. So if the expected low price of the investor has achieved, then what he will do, he will just put a command of buying, because the stock market or the forward market, all these works on the real-time system. So in this, if the if a person has entered into 3 month forward contract of short selling. Now, if we had sell the product here, now it is the foundation that on particular time when the trade-off is there, or the if or the last in India, the last Thursday of the month, that is the trade-off date. So if there is a trade-off day, so he has to buy this before the trade-off day. If the person unable to buy this before the trade-off day, then the stock will automatically buy this price, either it is lower or it is higher. If it is higher, then the in under the short selling, for example, if the person has sold his securities here and the rate reaches here according to the graph, now it is higher than the selling price. So at this point of time, if the last Thursday has approaching or has approached, so the person has to buy that particular security and has to settle the trade, else the exchange will put the penalties, plus he has to bear the loss of the difference in the price because he has sold here. So the short selling is always done by the person who assumes that in the future the price will fall. And for example, this is the lower price and price again start increasing before the trade off date or the before the set of date. Now what the person will do, when it is achieved here, he will buy the stock and keep it with him or her. Now what happened after the date of trade off has been achieved? On that date, the stock is assumed to be sold at this price, and it is assumed to be buy at this price. So the difference between this is the total profit of the investor. So again, just going to a slide, a short or short position is the directional trading or investment strategy where an investment sell its shares of the borrowed stock in the open market. Now, it is actually the person is not holding the share. He has just borrowed it from some person. He has just borrowed and sell it on high. Now, the person to whom he has borrowed, he has to set off on that particular date. So the expectation of investors is that the price of the stock will decrease over the time, at which point he will purchase the share in the open market and return the share to the broker. Now here, the loss is with the broker and not with the investor. So what he will do, he will borrow the share here and sell it here, borrowed share, and now he buy here and set up the trade with the number of shares in the from the open market. Next, in this, first we sell the shares and then we purchase it from the open market. So this is the term of short position. So there are two important terminologies. One is long position. Long position means when we buy at low and sell at high. Here we have actually bought the stock and we are waiting for the price to be achieved and then we sell. But here in the short selling, we are borrowing the stock, we are selling it at the higher price from the broker, and we will provide the shares to the broker on the particular date when there will be a trade off or set off. On set off date, we will buy it from the open market and provide to the trader. So this is known as the short position. Now, forward premium and discount. These are the another important terms that we have to discuss. First, that is forward premium and discount. Now, the transactions in forward exchange market may be spot transaction or forward transaction. Now, spot transaction means when the transaction is done on the spot. For example, we are discussing about the long position. So in the long position, if the buyer buys the stock, he has not borrowed. He has just buy the stock and he is waiting for the price to rise and when he is going to sell. And in the for forward transaction. Now in the forward transaction, let's take an example of short selling. Now person has borrowed the stocks, he has sold the stock at higher price. Now he is waiting for the price of share to be fall. Now when the price of share will fall, that person will buy the share at that lower price and provide to the broker on some future date. So it is for the forward transaction. Now spot transaction or exchange foreign transaction require receipts and payment to be made immediately, or it is within 2 business days, because nowadays it is T plus 2, that is trading day plus 2 days are allowed for the transaction. After the transaction are agreed upon to allow for the clearing of checks and transacted at a spot rate. For example, you have purchased a share at the rate of rupees 1200 today, and now the exchange will take 2 working days to credit that share in your account, and for that the exchange will provide you a 2 days time so that you can pay the money or settle the transaction for the particular amount. For example, you have buy the share from the broker by giving him or her check. Now the bank takes 2 working days to clear that check. So the time which is required for the check clearing and all other transactions, so it is transaction plus 2, it is T plus 2 for the spot. On the other hand, forward transaction or exchange involves an agreement today and buy or sell at a specific amount of foreign currency at a specific future date at a rate mutually agreed upon today. This rate is known as the forward rate. अब देखो forward rate क्या हो गया कि ऐसी आपकी जो transactions in which both of the party, now again I have discussed that this is a type of contract, that the forward rate or the forward, these are also known as the forward contract. So here two parties are involved, so it is a mutual agreement to buy and sell, because only if the one person agrees to buy and another party agrees to sell, then the contract come into existence at the specific amount of foreign currency at a specific future date and rate mutually agreed upon today. Now for example, there are two persons, one is optimistic that the price will rise and another is having the thinking that price will fall. Fine. So both the parties enter into the contract according to their assumptions. So the first party who expect that the price will going to raise, he will buy it a $1 at the rate of, let's assume that 70 rupees per dollar, $100 at the rate of 70 rupees per dollar. And another person who assumes that the price will fall in some future date, what he will do, he will sell the product today to the particular person at the rate of 70. Now both the parties have done the contract according to their thinking, their knowledge, and they both agreed upon some rate. Now this is known as the future rate, because the rate that is decided among them are the future rate, and on the date of execution, the party has to fulfill the transaction. The party can't deny the transaction because it is already discussed, or it is already given, and when we are entering into the contract, there are various essentials of this future rate contract, that the person has to buy at particular rate and set off the trade. For example, on the date of trading after 3 months, the price of that forward instrument that has been involved in this transaction has raised to rupees 75. Now the contract is for rupees 70. Now the seller who has already sold the contractor agreed to sell the particular instrument at the rate of 70 per dollar, he has to buy it from the market at 75 and has to set up the trade and sell the particular person at the rate of 70. And now the rupees 5 per dollar, that will be the loss of the person who has entered into the contract. And let's be taken another way, or the another side of this contract. Let's assume that if the price falls at 65, now what will happen? On the date of setup for transaction, the person who has entered into the contract to buy the particular foreign currency at the rate of 70 per dollar, he has to buy on that price. And even although he knows that the price in the market is 65 rupees per US dollar. So what the seller will do, he will just buy the instrument at the rate of 65 per dollar, and he will sell to the person who has buyer at the rate of 70 rupees per dollar. Now that 5 rupees, that is difference between the 70 and 65, is the benefit of the seller. Now if the price has been raising, then it is the benefit of the buyer, and if the price is falling, then it is the benefit of the seller. So this is the term of premium and discount. So if it is sold at premium, then the one party may be at loss, the buyer is at loss, and if it is sold at discount or the price falls, then the seller is at benefit. Now, how the rate is decided, the future rate may be quoted at premium or discount on the spot rate. Now, spot rate is the rate which is today in the market. So, when the forward rate is above spot rate, it makes market currency more expensive and vice versa. For example, if the spot rate is more than, if forward rate is more than spot rate, then the currency, it will make the currency more expensive. And if the spot rate is below the forward rate, then it makes the currency cheaper. So it may be computed, the formula for calculating that a future price or the financial derivative price or the future prices, that is forward rate at which rate the person has entered into contract, minus that is a future discount or future premium. So the future discount and the future premium can be calculated as forward rate, that is the rate at which the person has entered into contract, minus the spot rate, the rate which is available in the market, divided by spot rate into 100. So if again the condition is there, so when your this forward rate is above the spot rate, when this is more than this, then we can say that there is um, the forward contract is at the premium, and when this rate is below this rate, then we can say that this is at the discount, that is forward discount. So this is the term how we can calculate the your premium or the discount using the formula. Now we are moving to the next, that is arbitrage. Now arbitrage is the another important thing we have to discuss. Now arbitrage, as I have already discussed, the arbitrager is the person who will buy from the one market and sell the commodity at the another market, taking the price advantages of the two markets. So arbitrager always studies the market, that at which market the commodity is available at the cheaper price, and at the what market or the where the commodity is available at the higher price. So he all in the world, so every country is having its own forward market, and the price is decided according to the contracts which has been done under the forward market, forward or future market. So let's discussing it further. The arbitrager, who is arbitrager? Now arbitrager or the arbitrage is arbitrage or arbitrager. Now the person who takes advantages is known as the arbitrager. So the arbitrage is the practice of taking advantage of the price difference between two or more markets, and consider as an opportunity to buy and shares at a low price and then immediately selling it on a different market at a higher price, which helps the investors to have an interest-free profit at zero cost or low cost. So it is very simple that if the two markets are available, so if in India, so $1 is equal to 75 rupees, and in England, if we convert the currency, the $1 is equals to around, in if we convert that into rupees, is around 65 rupees. Now what he will do, the arbitrager will buy the $1 from the England and sell it in the Indian market. Now it is an example that he has taken the advantages of two different markets. Okay, so Jessic, as I have already told, that two different markets are, that one market is of another country and another market is of another country. So he will take the price difference or price advantages of the both of the countries. Now simply talking, he will take the price difference. Now what are the important points to be noted about the arbitrager? First, it is the practice of taking an advantage of price difference, first thing. Second thing, it is between the two or more markets. Third, considered an opportunity to buy an asset at the low price and immediately selling it at the different market for a higher price. Now he will not wait. Now he will not wait, so that when the this in the price will rise or in another market, he will just, it is the immediate action that he can take. He will just immediately buy it from the one market where the price is lower and immediately selling at the another market when the price is higher. Now with this, he can taken advantages with risk-free profit at zero cost or low cost. Now, because if we are doing the intraday trade in one market and another market, okay, so it is very simple that you can buy it from one market and sell it from another market, and you have not to pay any interest, nothing cost is involved there in that. Only a low cost means the only minimum transaction cost that or the stock brokerages that the stock will be charged to you will be deducted from you. Otherwise, all the things will be at the zero cost. Now discussing about the next, that is 2 point arbitrage. Now the arbitrage can be of various different types. One is 2 point arbitrage, 3 point arbitrage. So 1 point arbitrage is not there, only 2 point and 3 point arbitrage is there. Whereas 3 point arbitrage is very rarely available. And another thing is that in that arbitrage option, your when we enter into that three point arbitrage, it becomes very complicated for the person to understand. So the 2 point arbitrage is always used by the arbitrager, whereas 3 point arbitrage is used at various very few times or at very few instances. So let's take an example of 2 point arbitrage. When a two currencies and two monetary centers are involved, this is called as 2 point arbitrage. Now here, two currencies are involved, for example, USD and INR or USD and sterling pound. So two currencies. Let's take an example of one is LSE, that is London Stock Exchange, and another is New York Stock Exchange. Now there are two exchanges. So two centers, that is two monetary centers, and two currencies are involved. This is called as the 2 point arbitrage. Now, what is 2 point arbitrage? Let's take an example. The State Bank of India is having the idle cash of rupees 10 lakh pounds. So, India is having, a State Bank of India is having the idle cash available of rupees 10 lakh pounds. So, the foreign currency is left idle with the SBI. Now, as what SBI will do, SBI sees that there is an opportunity of arbitrage gain in the currency prices by trading in dollars. Now, SBI has thinks that there are two markets. So, one is the New York market and another is the London market. Now, the SBI thinks that if the bank will do a trading, there will be the benefit of doing such trading. So, what the bank will do? SBI will purchase the $1 at the rate of 1.98, 1 pound at the rate of 1.98 per dollar in the New York market. As in the New York market, the price of pound is 1.98 per is 1.98 US dollar per pound. Now moving to next, then it sell 1 pound in at the rate of 2.02 in the London market. As it's known that the 1 pound is equals to $2.02 in the London market. So what they will do, what they will buy here, buy at this New York market and sell at this London market. Now what will be the result? The result will be the bank will gain the difference of zero point 0.04 per the bank will gain the that is $0.04 per pound from the market. So when we multiply 0.04 with this 10 lakh, so it comes around 40,000 pounds. So just by simply one trading, the bank has generated the 40,000 pounds in just a one single step, not doing nothing. Now moving to the next. Now that is demand when the SBI will buy this from one market and sell it to another market. Now what will happen? The demand of pound increases in the New York market because the bank has just given the uh, order of buying that particular shares from the one market and selling it on the other. Hence the price will increase, say that $2 per pound. Now moving to the next. Also due to having selling on London market, because now it's 10 lakh pound, it is a very huge amount. So when the bank sell this at the rate, now the price will fall. It's come around to $2. Now in gradually both the prices become same and arbitrage is not longer. So that's all for today. If you are having any problem, we can discuss in the next lecture. Thank you. If you are having any problem, you can call me or you can WhatsApp me or you can discuss any lecture as it is not possible that student is again there is a networking issues. So I have recorded this lecture for you, and if you want to discuss anything, you can discuss. Thank